guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for The Walking Dead. So let's talk about this episode. So with this episode we get to see that, of course, the groups are going in all different directions. So we get to see Glenn, Eugene, Tara, Everybody Hates Chris, and some other people from Alexandria that are not part of our group. They go and try to find some computer thing they have to look for, and zombies are there. So we get to see everyone's moral compass. One guy ends up dying because he's kind of stupid. He's from Alexandria. He's the one who was kind of a douchebag to Glenn a couple episodes back. And then another guy from Alexandria that pretty much ended up killing Everybody Hates Chris. Because of his stupidity and that he wanted to survive and he didn't really care about anyone else. And Eugene saves the day, and he doesn't drive the van away with that Alexandria person, and we'll see the consequences with that. But yes, Everybody Hates Chris dies in this episode. Other things going on is Gabriel is not trustworthy. He says the group is evil, pretty much. They're Satan, and they shouldn't even be in heaven right now, which is Alexandria. So the mayor is going to have to think about things like, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. And Maggie overhears this. I'm sure Maggie's going to tell the group saying, we are not safe. Which will probably be the next 2 episodes. I don't know how long this Alexandria arc will last, but probably be the next 2 episodes, seeing this tension build up. Lastly is Carol's arc. Carol realizes that Jesse, the almost love interest of Rick, is being abused. And her son might be being abused also by Pete, the doctor of the town. And that's pretty much what's going on with this episode. I will say that the first half of the episode, I was like, where's it going? It's kind of dragging again. And finally, the story really picks up in the last 15 minutes, which made me happy. There was a lot of action in this episode, so if you miss zombie action, lots of zombie action. But I was thinking, it's going to be needless zombie action, not a lot of story progression, which is a shame because it's the end of the season. But once we get to, or getting to the end of the season, but once we get to that last 15 minutes, we get a lot of progression with the story, and leading into these last 2 episodes. One thing I didn't like, though, Everybody Hates Chris dies. Not saying I loved his character. I like the motives of everybody, seeing that this sheltered Alexandria person ends up just caring about himself, and the survivors of our crew wants everyone to try to survive and try to think things through. I like that idea, but it goes back to Beth's death, and I still don't really like Beth's death, and the reason that Beth died was for Everybody Hates Chris. So now that he's dead, it's just like, he died only a couple episodes later, so what was the point of that? I still think that was one of the weaker parts of the season, so having him die, it was a great death, but it looked cool. I just don't really like what it meant for Beth's death. And yeah, I think we all knew he was going to die sooner or later. He had like one leg going for him, so, or like he was limping. I didn't think it was going to work out for him. Also, I think they try to make Eugene a lot likable in this episode, which is okay. Eugene's still not my favorite character, but I guess to make him a bit more likable and make him useful, that worked out. Also, Tara is very injured, so I don't know what's going to happen to her. Will she die, or is she just going to be injured for the rest of the season? She's also kind of an expendable character, so I think it's going to go either way. And maybe they'll kill off Eugene also, and that's why they're trying to make him likable. I don't know, but I still don't love him. But he got a little bit better in this episode, but I felt they were trying a bit too hard with Eugene. But very interesting aspects there. The Gabriel thing, I think we all saw coming. He was never a trustworthy character, and it just adds that tension to Alexandria. But my favorite part of the episode was definitely Carol. Going back to Carol season 1, she sees that someone else is being abused, and now she is more powerful as a person, so she's trying to do something about it. Now in her own Carol survivor way, she wants to kill the guy, but it's interesting to go back to who Carol was and who she is now, and seeing her try to protect someone else from her pain of what she's dealt with her past husband. So I like that, and we'll see Rick's moral compass. I mean, this whole show is about what is moral in an apocalypse, survival or what's actually good. That's kind of been this whole premise, especially this season and as we continue through The Walking Dead. So I thought that aspect was really, really interesting, and once we saw that cookie scene, I was like, she's being abused. Even before Carol said anything in the end. You knew from that whole conversation where that was going. So I thought that was very well done writing there. So good episode. I liked it. I liked the last 15 minutes the most, and there's a good amount of action here. So pretty good episode. Now next week I won't have a Walking Dead review. It's still during my hiatus week, so I won't have a Walking Dead review, but I will have a Walking Dead review for the season finale, so don't worry about that. So just a little disclaimer there. But hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also in the description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.